Social cohesion can mean different things in different contexts. It basically refers to the degree to which communities show solidarity and enhance relationships, overcoming barriers and divisions. However, this can really translate into different things in different contexts. So it can mean combating violent extremism or conflict resolution, solving tensions. We try to simplify it when we get into communities by using the terminology of social cohesion is understanding reasons behind headache and then trying to address those reasons through real and genuine solutions that include addressing things like exclusion, increasing participation, and addressing tensions. Many factors hinder social cohesion in developing countries. Those include incitement speech, political tension, major events like elections, shocks, economic exclusion. Recent developments have certainly influenced social cohesion. I would say more like exposed the gaps in social cohesion systems. You see, when there is no political will to actually address social cohesion as a strategy and prioritize social cohesion, the lines of tension and division, they remain very fragile. And thus they're easily influenced by shocks. We've seen that happen to Lebanon, where there is influx of refugees, to Libya during transition times, to in our work in Haiti through political unrests and political changes. When those lines remain fragile and are not well addressed within a strategy, the cracks become more evident under pressure. Having successful social cohesion strategies, specifically on the policy level, requires a systemic approach, and making sure there is a proper analysis of social cohesion triggers with proper ownership from various stakeholders in the communities. Ownership requires high levels of participation. So specifically approaches that increase participation, whether we're talking about local committees on the local level or national platforms for policy discussions on the national level, have really influenced social cohesion. Minorities and actually vulnerable groups, they need to be engaged throughout the full process. The key is to engage them early on. Anyone left out would actually influence the integrated and systemic effort. It's basically like a puzzle. The scene would be damaged if one key component is left out. Ensuring sustainability of social cohesion strategies is important, and several factors contribute to that. First, we need to make sure that there is political will for participation, and this happens through making sure that the gatekeepers have a clear understanding of the implications of the actual participation process. We need to showcase the benefit to the whole and to the community, and thus make sure that everyone is on board. Then you have various system elements that increase chances for sustainability. Those might include bylaws for local committees, policies in place on the national level to make sure that national consultations are well organized, for example, policies and criteria for who to engage. So various system elements can increase chances of sustainability. Maintaining partnerships within social cohesion is actually a goal by itself. It's not only a means to an end. And thus we need to make sure that we have effective and long-lasting partnerships. So before embarking on this process, what does it entail to actually build those partnerships and engage others? Then we need to have various system elements like internal bylaws when needed for a local committee, for example, clarity in division of roles, having a proper policy in place on the national level. So let's say a law for national consultations that organizes the process. So those system elements, in addition to having the right people and the right capacity in place, would ensure sustainability of those partnerships and more success. Youth are usually the first to embark on new processes and the first to let go of prejudices and lines of division. So if they're well nurtured and given the opportunity to voice out their concerns, their opinions, they can actually spearhead social cohesion efforts. They're the first to innovate new approaches to collaboration, to solving local tensions, and to finding new partnership ways to actually enhance social cohesion. If they're given the right platform, they can lead the process.